Hello guys, today we are going to see why your prism is potentially partially darkened in the Minolta XE, XE-1, XE-7. It's the same camera, just different region. The XE-1 is from Europe, XE-7 from the US, and XE from Japan, if I remember right. So this one is from Japan. This one doesn't have this problem. But the thing is that it is due to a foam that is stick to your mirror inside of the camera. This foam over time is deteriorating, and this deterioration, is attacking the silvering of your mirror. So unfortunately, if your one is already very blackened, that's likely that your mirror is toasted because there is no way to get it back easily except resilvering your mirror. If it's slightly, so there is some marks, and that's not getting too much on the way for now, you should replace this foam because it will get worse if you don't. And if yours is not showing any sign of it, well, there's two possibilities. This foam has been changed on the camera on the past before that it gets any wrong on the camera, so that's the best. Or potentially it's just not showing up yet. I have no idea of what happened with this one, if it had been changed or what, because it doesn't show any sign, but I want to check for it, and if I find out that there is this foam deteriorating, I will change it for a new one. So we are going to open the camera together, knowing that we just need to open this middle section, which is not too difficult in the XE. We don't need to go on the left or right. It's fine. So I remove this one because that will be on the way. We will not need him for now. So we'll start right now to open the camera. So first thing that we are going to do is removing this screw, and then we are going to remove a screw that is here on the side and here on the side. Put them well aside because you want to remember what is what. You don't want to mix them up, obviously. This camera is in great condition and it had been well taken care of in the past, so it's possible that the foam has already been changed. But I want to make sure to keep it in this great condition, so that's why I wanted to open it, and it was also the occasion to show it to you. I already checked it in two other Minolta XE-1 that I have from Europe that are actually behind me, so I have put a brand new foam inside. Just for the sake of security, I want to check this one as well. So you can remove this once you have removed the two little screws. Next, what we remove is this button. So you have a kind of small piece of plastic that is on top of it that we need to remove. So you will remove it by using a small flat screwdriver, just unstick it, or something that is actually not iron is even better because you don't want to make any mark. So you be careful with a small screwdriver, or use something like like a wooden stick. You remove this screw. I want to keep it open, so lock it with your finger, because if you close it, you'll not be able to see inside of the viewfinder anymore. That will not be ideal. It would be okay, because anyway, that's not the main point of this, but better to have it open. It's easier. After that, we'll have two more screws. That will be one in the side here and one in the side there. So we'll do the same thing. When we got these two out of the way, we're able to just put this little guy out of the way. Here we are. So that's what's going on inside of the Minolta XE. And then we'll have two screws, so this one and this one, that will actually keep the camera circuit on the prism. So we will want to remove them as well. So we'll just remove this screw first, and then this one. There is no need to unsolder anything. Cables should be long enough to just make it up. I just want to remove these screws because I don't want to lose them. But they don't seem to want to come, so they will stay right where they are. So just be careful with the cables. They are like making some stuff. So just get some space, but don't make it too hard. You don't want to break them. You just want to take them up. And that's the same thing here. Just make some space here. Yes, here we are. Just take care for the most tight cable. Once again, you don't want to break them. Once you have enough space, here we are. So you can see here that there is 2 screws. These 2 screws are keeping the prism in place. So that's the 2 that we want to remove. Okay, that's one. Sorry for the end. And that's 2. So we got the 2 screws, yeah, right out of the way. Then you will want to get a tweezel because you want to remove this from the way. So small metal piece that was old. And from here you can actually remove the prism. I like to have as much space as possible and as much light as possible as well. So someone is holding the cable right in place. That's this blue one. Okay, take care to the blue one, it's quite tight. So you can actually get the prism right out of the way. The prism is not directly attached strongly, and the foam that we are speaking about is this one right here. So let me give you some light here so you can see it better. It's actually the foam that is right here, and as I can see, this is still the old foam. So the foam is sticking here on the mirror, and yeah, to prevent it. So I'll get off camera right now because I will dig a bit to remove this foam. You need to be very careful actually because your prism is here, so try to make everything as safe and stable as you can to work your way there. I'll be back right after. Sorry guys, I was excited by the repair and I forgot to film the next part. Basically what I did is I scrapped the old foam that I shown you that was in the front of the viewfinder with a screwdriver, a flat one, tin. So it doesn't want to focus, but that's basically a tin flat screwdriver, which is good to do this job. Don't do it too strong, you don't want to make any marks in the camera, and take care to not hit the glass that is just under the prism as well, because you don't want to make any mark on it. I then used a Q-tip with some isopropyl alcohol 99% just to remove the leftover of the glue. Don't put this in the glass, just put it where was the glue. It's just to really remove all the leftover, because the problem is that if you don't remove the leftover, it will do small crumbles and they may go between your prism and the glass and it will be visible in the viewfinder, and that will not be nice. So that was the mission for the foam. In terms of foam, the one I used is this one. So it's a pig iron 1mm. It's made in UK. So if you're in Europe, that's an excellent brand. That's not too expensive. You can find it in Amazon. If you're in the US, I think you have other brand. If you're in Asia, you may have other brand as well, but this is a high quality one. I highly advise you to use high quality foam because they will also, with time, decay. That's my word, but basically they will turn to shit. And the highest quality, the longer it will take to do so. So the 1mm one is good to replace the foam that was inside against the prism. It's also the good size to replace the back seals, so you can use it for both at the same time in your camera if you want. When you will be removing the foam, remove it from the camera itself. You will see on the prism that there will be some crumble. I advise you to not clean it because the problem is that if you clean it, it's very likely that a part of the black paint or even maybe the aluminum of your prism will go with it. So don't touch the part that is with the prism. It should be fine anyway with the new foam. Do not clean it, because I already did it in one XE, and I had already read online that it was not a good idea because it will remove a bit of the silvering, and it did remove a bit of the silvering. So you don't want to do that. So don't touch the part on the prism, just touch the part that is inside of the camera where is glued the light seal. Another point is that as you have everything removed, it's very likely that you have dirt between the prism and the glass of the prism, which are visible in the viewfinder. Use a Q-tip and clean the glass. The glass is quite sturdy, it's fine, you will not break it. Just obviously don't use anything sharp on it, but the Q-tip is fine. There is certainly some sort of oil residue of stuff, so you can clean them up. And you can do the same thing on the prism, on the silver face, you know, the mirror face. I advise you to use a clean microfiber cloth. I use the one of K&F Concept, sorry. You can buy them in AliExpress, they're quite cheap, they're excellent quality. So they are very good for that. Clean well the faces that are the silver faces, so the mirror basically, and do not touch them with your finger because, well, you will see it in the viewfinder if you do so. And there is some other faces where the faces that are linked to the cells, sorry, clean them as well. You don't want them to be dirty because that's what allows the camera to understand the lighting, so keep them clean. You can use this for that. Do not push, do it slowly and it will be fine. Then you put everything back, you just close everything, you put back all the screws, everything that we saw before, and your camera should be good to go. And yeah, it's fixed for like the next 10-20 years, I guess, if you use good foam quality. Maybe 30 if we are lucky, as well, maybe 50 because this camera is almost 50 and didn't show any damage. So hopefully someone is good with my work today until 2075. Maybe I'm still alive at this time, maybe I still have this camera, maybe not, who knows. Have a good day, guys.